Welcome to this episode of What's Happening Waupaca. I am Joni Kern. We are out here at the Eco Park with Aaron Jensen. Nice to see you, Aaron.
Yeah, nice to see you as well.
But we were out here at the Eco Park. It's been about a year ago, and you guys had done a ton of work around here with a lot of help from the community. So tell me a little bit about what's been completed here.
Yeah, and I won't even say we have done a lot of work. I'll say CAP Services has done a ton of work, so they deserve a lot of credit. They've done most all of the work with some help from Rawhide recently. Rawhide has come and they've helped complete the amphitheater. CAP Services was running into some deadlines with funding and grants and things like that, and Rawhide helped kind of put the project in the express lane for the last month or so, so that was great. In the last few months, we've finished a lot of things on the exterior, some of the deck, the railing. Like I said, the amphitheater, the playground's been worked on and will continue to be worked on by Rawhide. Actually, the project coordinator, Mike Johnson, moved from CAP Services this week, and now he's going to be working for Rawhide. So it's kind of a seamless transition. When the funding ran out for CAP, our project manager will be bringing another crew over from a different organization. So that's awesome. So
are they using the boys from Rawhide for a lot of this work here?
They are. They're About Face program, I believe it is. They are, yeah, Earl Schmall is the supervisor, and he does a great job with those young men, and it's fun seeing them out here. They've done a lot of work, and they've done very good work. So.
And I see that you have a spider, actually, in the playground.
We do, yeah. That was kind of carved out by the participants from CAP. So they're really artistic. Not only did they do a ton of work here and showed off some of their skills construction-wise, but they showed off some artistic skills in that playground set. So yeah, it's cool.
I will tell Mary Patoka how grateful you are for all of her help. She'll appreciate hearing that. So what do you have coming up here? Is your amphitheater, when we talked about a year ago, you were hoping to have concerts in there, I believe, this summer. Did that happen?
Well, I think what we're looking to use it as is an educational space. It certainly could be used as for concerts or any performance venue. We kind of see it as a really neat space for like a wedding or something like that. We still are putting the finishing touches on, or Rawhide is putting the finishing touches on, and it's 98% done. It'll be done in the next week or so. And that is the Connie Albert Amphitheater. If we remember Connie's work here in the community and the county, justified certainly 10 times over again having that be named after her, and we're glad to have that in her name. So that's some of the uses we envision that for. We also envision this building that we're standing in, the education center, to be used. We're working with a young man from Stevens Point. He just graduated from UWSP. He's going to be doing some programming out here 2 weeks after school starts, and registration is open now, August through middle of September. We're going to take about 20 kids and start a program. It'll be after school 3 days a week, and incorporate lessons on amphibians and birds and some of the ecology things around the center here. So it'll be good.
Well, and I think it's important to teach kids. I mean, we touched on this a little bit before, but I think with the amount of time that we all spend in front of our computers and on our smartphones, I think going back and teaching some about ecology and nature gives us a little bit more respect for what we're doing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Obviously, we see a ton of that these days, and we're probably all guilty of it. I probably am in front of my smartphone way too much as well. So it's nice to have a facility like this. We were talking, actually our park supervisor was thinking when we were out here a couple days ago that it'd be a neat idea. This is our only enclosed shelter that we plan on renting, which we'll take to Park Board here this fall and determine rental rates and exactly how we're going to do that. But eventually we'll get a heat source in here, and in the winter, you know, this could be used as, I don't know, you'll see there's a loft up behind us. Cub Scout groups or 4-H or any groups like that with supervisors can even maybe use it as a retreat, overnight retreat. things like that. And obviously there's not going to be TVs in here. There's not going to be any of that stuff. So maybe kids will have to get creative in how they recreate for the time they're here.
Leave the smartphones at home or lock them. There's a little cubby hole up there. You could lock them away up there. But winter camping is fun. I used to do that with the Girl Scouts and I always had a ton of fun with it. So what is coming up yet? What are your plans for the next year as far as what the Eco Park is doing? Are you about done with the build now?
Yeah, it's pretty much done. There's a couple finishing touches that'll be done here within the next month. We have to determine one direction or another on a couple specific things. But like I said, we're going to start it off with that programming. With his name is Blair. He will be starting that middle of September. That'll be kind of the first use of it. And then, like I said, I think we'll have that discussion at Park Board in exactly how we're going to do the rentals and how that's going to look. But I kind of explained what our vision is now to this point.
But we are all welcome to come here and enjoy the park and walk around whenever we want, right?
Absolutely. The park and all the facilities outdoors is going to be open for anybody to use all the time, including the amphitheater. The indoor portion here that we're standing in will probably only be open upon reservation, is what we're thinking. You know, we'll have to have crew come out here and open it and prep it, and we have some bathrooms that are unique to maybe other bathrooms that you've seen, which that's one of the things we have to decide on a direction on. But yeah, the rest of the park, the trail along the river, all of that can be used by anybody.
Fabulous. So come on out and enjoy it, especially as we get into the fall colors. It's going to be beautiful out here. You guys have done everybody that was, and this was so much a team project with CAP Services and now Rawhide and the city of Waupaca, and Folks Brothers was part of this. And I know I'm missing a bunch of places, but this is a huge team project and it's a beautiful park.
Yeah, really it was. It was a collective effort. We have all of the recognition right out on the front porch out here on the deck. You mentioned Folks Brothers. The Foundry was another big one. Actually, the Foundry has a display right on the deck, and it's kind of an interactive display that the kids can kind of see a little bit of what goes on in the Foundry. It's meant to show some of that, and it has a video explaining some things. So yeah, it's neat. And of course, everything we do in our department seems to be because we have unbelievable partners, whether they be volunteer groups or corporations or organizations, whatever it may be.
Fabulous. Thank you, Aaron, for spending the time and coming out to the Eco Park with us. And I know that we are seeing a bunch of footage of how beautiful this park is. And come on out, everybody, and enjoy all of the work that everybody put into it. Thank you again, Aaron, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of What's Happening in Waupaca. My name is Joni, and we'll see you next time.